Hey, I have I have my mug from my old job, Karen Melfi, today. I'm gonna put you up here. And are you in? Yes, you are. And I'm wearing my new look at my groovy t-shirt. Whoa,
There. Ooh. Oh, you are a nasty woman.
I'm a nasty woman. Yeah, that's what's happening today. Nasty woman in my pink Adobe.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm wearing some jewelry from Karen today. So, in memory. She gave me this beautiful, look at this. I wear this every day. I don't know if you can always see it, but it's yellow diamonds.
Whoa.
I know,
That's
seriously.
beautiful.
I love them. I wear them all the time. Even if I'm just in my house wandering around.
Because you're queen. You're the queen.
That's right. I'm a nasty queen.
You're a nasty woman queen.
How are you?
I mean, I'm a little slap happy. I'm a little stir crazy. I'm a little cabin fever. I don't know.
I know. I hear you. I've been sewing masks all day. I made a bunch for Planned Parenthood today.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Yeah, I guess. And I know they need them. What are you going to do? And then I think LA just got a mandatory mask requests. So I think I'm sending out eight to LA tomorrow. And
Wow.
so, yeah, it's a busy day in mask land.
Well, it's weird when you go through a day and you get like 3 Amber alerts on your phone that say, stay in your house.
I know. You know what was weird? Because David and I were going out to the grocery store for the first time in like a week and a half yesterday. And right when we were getting ready to go out, we're like, do they know? Do they know we're leaving?
It's just a really wild world right now. And all we're doing, folks, is trying to provide a calming moment of your day.
This is the best part of the day to hang out with you and make something.
It really is. I was just saying that. I had meetings all day, and I'm so happy to just relax and cook with you and learn from you. And today you're doing
the stockpile.
That's stockpile.
Adventures from my freezer.
Adventures. And hopefully the cat's not in there.
Yeah, no, the cat has long gone.
That's a different episode.
Yeah, different episode for sure. Well, I'm going to make soup stock. So, I've been saying every time we cut a vegetable, save the end, and put it in the freezer. So now, here, my bag is full.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been collecting that bag? I'm just curious.
It's probably maybe a month.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to know. I have another bag with just chicken bones in it.
All in the freezer in airtight Ziploc bags.
Yes, and this one also has chicken bones because I forgot I had 2 bags going at the same time.
Oh my God. I made my little soup with one carcass.
Well, you can. This is a major stockpile, and I usually do it when I get probably a bag and a half, sometimes 2 bags. It depends on how chunky everything is, but I'm going to open this and show you guys what's in here so you can tell that I'm not kidding around when I say everything. This is like the leaf, those ends that you cut off from the cauliflower when you clean it. There's
like that will work. Anything like that will work. The skins of onions. The skins are yeah.
The end with the skins when you clean off the onion. Sometimes there's asparagus tips in here. There's definitely the ends of carrots. The end of a carrot, that's a longer end. Anything that you think you're going to throw away. Here's the very end of the cauliflower. There's the end of celery. When you clean the end off, celery. like when you cut the ends of the celery off, everything goes into this bag. This is actually a short rib. There's some short rib bones in here. I'm not totally particular that they have to be chicken bones. They could be any.
So this is like a bone broth stock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Say bone broth.
So tell the viewers, Debrianna, why this instead of why don't I just go to the store and buy some chicken stock in a box?
Well, first of all, I know what's in here. Second of all, especially if you do stuff like you peel the carrot, all those peelings are the outside edges is where a lot of the vitamins are. And in the base of things, they're throwing all that out. And it's not like you can't eat it. You could, it's just, bleh. Yeah. So if you pull all that juice out of it, then you have a broth that's got all the vitamins. What are you laughing at?
You're like, you could, but
why would you do that?
You have here in the background.
So this is a big ribeye bone.
And you have dogs. If you had dogs like I do, oh my God, they'd be going crazy right now.
Yeah. This is all those hearts from the that I made with the Brussels sprouts the other day. Those are in there.
Right.
So everything that you would be normally either you could be composting it, but not everybody can compost.
Right.
So this is a different way.
Right. But what's cool about it is you complete the cycle of your food purchasing and everything, and you put those nutrients back in your body. But I don't think people understand the amount of nutrients you're going to get from that kind of broth and the flavor you're going to get as compared to a store situation.
Yeah, usually when like a store-bought broth, they don't put like the amount of vegetables in it that I'm putting in or that you would put in. So even when I make this broth and I strain it out, then I have it in the freezer, and I usually do it in Ziploc bags in the freezer, and I lay the Ziploc bags flat on a cookie sheet, and then I put them in the freezer.
Oh.
And when they're frozen flat, you can stack them up.
That's a great tip.
And then I use it when I make rice, when I make stuffing, that's what I'll use for water instead of water. Yeah, here. That's what it looks like.
Okay, that's brilliant. And I didn't know that, and I'm going to start doing that because I have these big misshapen blobs in my freezer.
Yeah, if you do it, lay it on the cookie sheet and let it freeze flat like that, then you can stack them up.
Someone's asking, so do you wash and scrub before you cut the ends off?
I do, yeah. I wash them.
I do.
No, just eat the dirt. That's probably good for you too. Just kidding.
No, just kidding about that. But you know what is that I find when I buy the store-bought stock, to me it tastes like water with flavoring. And when you have I just made it the other day too for my roast chicken. I could not believe the richness of the flavor, because otherwise when you buy stock at the store, you're having to add to it. You have to add all those vegetables in your stock and your garlic and your onion, and you don't have to do that if you do it yourself.
Yeah, so everybody's, on the thing of bone broth. Well, this is bone broth. That's what it is.
Total protein.
Yeah, it's bone broth. And we know where this came from. I am sure that I bought an organic chicken, and I know that, where I got my beef bones from and all of that stuff.
Right. That's really important.
Yeah, it's super important. So I'm going to tell you what else I put in here. I usually put in about a third of a bottle of white wine in a pretty big stock pot. I mean, this stock pot's full. So I add the wine, and then I add probably about a half a tablespoon of peppercorns in there. Nice pepper. And I don't do anything but throw them in, because this is all going to get strained out anyway.
Right. You're not eating that.
Okay. So here's the story. When I was living in LA, I was a personal assistant to some friends of mine who are screenwriters. And this is just normal for me. I've been putting stuff my vegetable ends in the freezer for, I don't know, probably 30 years. And so when I was living with them and cooking with them, it was natural for me to just cut the ends off, put them in the freezer, and I had a big bag, and I'm doing exactly what I'm doing now, making stock. But nobody was home when I started it. So I get the stock ready, and I've had it on the stove, and now, like in about 2 hours, it's going to start really smelling good. It smells like chicken soup, right?
Of course.
So I leave, and I'm downstairs in my room or something, and my friend came up, one of the owners of the house, whose name shall remain like anonymous. He comes up and he goes, "Oh, soup," and he ladles out this big bowl.
Oh no!
He starts like looking in the bowl to go eat it, and he's like, "Well, what's this?" Like, what the hell is she cooking? Like these giant bones and stuff. It was like, what is she doing?
Wait, was she in Macbeth and we didn't know?
I came upstairs, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? Don't eat that now.
Oh God.
It was hilarious.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Now we know.
Pretty funny.
Don't eat the bones. So I'm probably
and there's a
good handful of bay leaves in there. Now here's the thing with bay leaves. Oh, there's a mask pickup. David's gonna go answer the door. So here's the thing with bay leaves. Here's the thing about bay leaves. For this, because I'm straining it, I'm gonna put the bay leaves in there whole. But I remember working one time in New York with a nurse, and she said that people would come into the emergency room with bay leaves stuck in their throat. So I never put a whole bay leaf into anything that someone someone might eat it accidentally. I just
wow.
I push, like scrunch it up into tiny pieces, and then I'll add it to whatever I'm cooking if something calls for a bay leaf that's not getting strained.
Okay, as of 2 days ago, I've been putting whole bay leaf into everything I cook for 50 years. Okay, so now I want to try more.
Don't do that, because someone might accidentally suck it down. Don't do it. So then I'm going to fill this to the brim with water, and I'm going to let my assistant do that while I talk you through the next part. But see how big my stock pot is? It's huge.
Wow.
And here, my kitchen is
first assistant.
Yes, so he's going to be my assistant. And the next thing, so we have to add salt, and I will add garlic, but I'm not going to leave it whole like this. I'm going to smash it up a little bit, just so that it releases the garlic flavor a little easier. This is my garlic smasher, my friend made.
Hey, what is that?
It's a piece of wood.
I thought it was like an anvil from like the Roadrunner cartoon.
No, it's a knob so you can grab it and smack.
See, if we had a merchandising component to this, I would want to buy one of those.
It's so cool. It's it's the same as smacking it with a knife, but this is kind of a cool tool.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add my favorite ingredient to make it golden and so good for you, turmeric.
Yes.
So that also, turmeric's a huge antioxidant, so that's also really good to add to the broth.
Yeah, it makes it the golden, magic golden time color.
Yeah, it's going to make it a beautiful color. You know when you get those chicken stocks and they're yellow, I'm sure it must be this, because I have never in my life made a chicken stock from a whole chicken, from chicken wings, nothing. Whatever makes it yellow.
It's definitely turmeric. It has to be. What else could it be?
I don't know what else it could be. I hate to think about it. Yeah, food coloring. David's like, food coloring?
Some of those lesser brands probably do have food coloring in them.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I'll add a good pinch of salt to the whole thing. I'll taste it later and see if it needs more salt, but once it's been boiling for a little while.
It always does. It always needs more.
Yeah, it seems to. So I'm going to do that. And then if you had any herbs around, see, that's the other thing. If you're cutting up parsley, and you don't use the stems in the broth. It's amazing. And the parsley stems have like, that's where all the vitamins are held.
And the flavor of parsley, it really makes the broth. Also, those celery tips with the leafy part that you don't use, that's great.
And the fennel, all of that stuff that you don't normally eat is got all the flavor and everything that you would want to have it in a soup broth. Just put it in there. This will come to a boil, and then I will put a lid on it and let it simmer for, I don't know, a good 2 or 3 hours anyway. And then I'll strain it out and put it in the freezer.
Let's talk about strainers for a moment. Now, I have 3 different types of strainers. I have just a regular mesh. I have the wider one for like pasta and whatever. And then I have one that's total mesh. And then I have that chinoise,
the V one.
The cone that's very, very thin. And that I usually put it through 3 different things to get out all the particles.
Yeah, I have this one. This is what I use for my soup.
Well, that's industrial.
It's super sturdy. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Because when I strain it out, I like to smash it so that all of the vegetables smash through and all that extra juice comes out.
Wow.
So, but if you don't and you just have a regular pasta strainer, just use that. But it should be not a fine one, like a heavy duty one.
Yeah. And it depends. You want to be careful though not to get bone if a carcass has, gotten to that point where it's chipping off bone or something. So just be careful. Almost everybody has some type of mesh strainer in addition to the pasta one, but
yeah, usually people do. That's what I use. But this one, I can't remember who gave this to me. It's made in Italy.
It's beautiful.
They're strong.
You don't want to be an intruder in your house. You have so many blunt instruments to kill people.
This is super strong. You really could get somebody with it.
Note from a watcher.
Note from a watcher.
Onion peel also makes the broth yellow.
Yes, it does. But yes, it does. You can make yellow dye with onion peel. But I swear to God, I don't know how much onion peel you'd have to put in here to make it turn yellow. It's never made it like golden, like the way the turmeric does.
I'll tell you, I just got some. There's so many different stocks right now in the market. Like it used to be, chicken, beef, or vegetable, and they were just really generic. Now they've got like chicken bone broth, chicken beef, serious stock, whatever. And they're these richer, stronger things, and the colorings are deeper too. So I don't know, that's a whole new thing.
Yep.
At the market.
That being said, the only broth I really love, yes, that one. Oh, that's not in here. Is it's on the bottom there, I think. Well, I'll find one.
Here's your beef one.
Yeah, this is a beef one. This is this brand. I like. This is the only one I like. Better than bouillon. And it's
some of that. Where did you get it?
This is organic, and this is a roasted beef one. You can get it at Whole Foods, and I think Trader Joe's has it too. I don't know if they're organic. The ones I get are organic, and I can get them at Costco in these giant jars, which I love.
So you just add it to water, and you've got a great stock.
Yeah, when you don't have stock. That's the only broth that I like that's a commercially made broth.
For me, if I'm going to make like major chicken soup, or like I have a child who's sick, or just want to feel, when I have good soup from a stock like that, I swear it makes me feel better immediately. In my family, my grandma had a famous soup called the Big Nana soup, and I could actually make that one of these days on the show. But the kids, grandkids, the great grandkids, they all grew up. And it was just this her stock that she would make after Thanksgiving with the turkey. And it was so protein rich. And then she put the fideo noodles in it and some tomato sauce and just like they would eat 10 bowls of it. It was just like, amazing.
Like that's the other thing, the ends of tomatoes, when you cut off those ends, like it makes me feel better about cutting off an end and like not trying to cut out the little stem part and eat the rest of the tomato.
That's a whole new way of thinking about cooking because you're really doing a holistic view of the cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, and for you who grow your own food in your backyard, you have all these amazing vegetables in the summer and you've literally started with the seed and you've used every single part of it. And then
all the way through. No, I don't have to pick it up.
And then, that's pretty amazing.
Herbe de Provence. I just added about a teaspoon of herbe de Provence in there. And, you can add chili or, whatever you want to it. But right now it's just going to be a basic stock. And then you can.
Olive oil? Do you do olive oil?
No, because after I'm done with this and I strain it out, if I'm going to make a soup from it, like tonight, I had squash last night, roasted butternut squash, and we have some left over. So I'll probably use some of this stock to make soup out of the leftover butternut squash, which was roasted. Yeah, so that's good. But I also will still do the Holy Trinity, carrots, celery, onions, and bring that into the soup if I'm going to make a whole soup, like a chicken soup.
Yeah.
I'll start with the Holy Trinity.
You have to do that again. You have to do what's the French word for it? I forget what it's called when you do that.
Yeah, I know there is a word for it.
Oh my God. Why can you never remember? It's
somebody knows it out there. Yeah. But it's carrots, celery, onion.
Yes.
That's the French one, or the one I always use.
With the salt and pepper. That's their thing.
Yeah. I always start my soup base with that. I mean, like, even if I have a stock, I still add all those things to it. So that's my stockpile, people.
Debrianna and her stockpile. So now you start over
for several hours, couple of hours.
You start over with the new bag in your freezer.
That's right. The new bag starts again. But it really makes me feel good. It's the ultimate recycling for sure.
It is, and it's so good for you. And it's like when you throw it away, you're just wasting vitamins, Yep. Mirepoix! Yes!
Mirepoix! That's
what?
Yay!
Thank you! I was driving
So see my lid, when this comes to a boil, I'm gonna just leave this on it with a little area for the steam to escape, and I'll let it simmer for a good couple of hours.
It really and bonus, makes your house smell incredible.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You'll be looking forward to dinner for sure.
I wanted to, before we forget, I wanted to do a shout out to my stepmom Jill. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Jill.
And I talked to my dad earlier today in California. They really have super strict rules about staying at home, and so he, as you've seen the wine before on different episodes, Lucas and Helen.
Yeah, don't look at my label. It wasn't your dad's wine.
But we may be able to get him to start doing a wine corner, maybe like once a week, talking about wine.
Yay! That would be
on the show. Guests on the show. Yes. Would you like to have a little wine corner?
I would. Who would?
Well, I'm asking the audience.
Yeah, that's great. I think that would be that would be very informative, and that way people could ask questions live. Let's try it.
It's fun. We just have fun here. It's no judgment, no pressure.
Yeah, you just got to go do things. That's what I say. Okay, I'm going to go back to my hidey hole and start sewing more masks. Because this is what we do during Corona isolation. We help others.
Thank you, Debrianna, for making those masks.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I hope everyone's wearing them when they go out. Now I understand that they're really starting to make people in stores wear them because people who are working in stores are now starting to get sick. So they need to be protected.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
We're going to get through this. I know I say it every time. We will
We are.
get through this. We will get through it.
We are. And if not, in the meantime, we're all going to eat well. Yes, we will.
Yes, we are. There's one thread, I don't know if you saw it in the group, where this lady wrote, I think it's Carol Baker, this show is making me fat.
I know, Carol, she did write that.
And the thread is so funny. I was laugh out loud. And I said, my work here is done.
Well, she's a funny girl, that Carol.
It's funny.
Oh, God. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It's beautiful here. I don't know where everybody's watching from, but we have a beautiful day here. So I'm going to go out and I'm planting Chinese kale today.
Ooh, what's the difference with that, with the kind of kale we usually eat?
I got seeds at Taolin. They had the coolest Asian vegetable seeds.
Wow.
And it looks more like bok choy to me on the label than it does like kale.
So you've never grown it yet?
Nope. I thought the seed looked beautiful, so I'm going to try it.
Oh, somebody wrote hashtag wine corner. CK
That's
Corner.
That's right. CK Wine Corner. That's it.
Well, I also think it's exciting. Well, I hope we don't have to do this for a really long time, but if we do and we keep going, and who knows, maybe it'll carry over after we're allowed to go out. I like the prospect of doing gardening stuff with you because you have an incredible garden, and I think people will go planting stuff, and then we can cook with it, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's so gratifying to in the summer to me to go, what's in the garden? That's what we'll eat for dinner tonight.
I know, I love that. Oh, that's the best.
Yeah. Well, so we can poach your family members between your dad and your sister.
I know. Everybody in my family has got some small business or their own independent business owners, and they all do really cool things. So it's a party. It's family.
Yeah. Let's have them all on.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, honey.
You guys
have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everybody.
Okay. Inside. Bye.
Bye.